Hi, welcome back to Grains to Small Places, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and I thought that we would bring you along with this journey because it's something we've never done before and it's something we're really interested in getting into. So I figured let's go ahead and just share with you guys, even if we fail, what we do and how we do it and what the outcome is. So come along with us today and let's get started. So we're going to be staying on my family's land for most of the summer, and a lot of times we stay here for a lot of our summers, but we're going to be here most of the summer. So we spoke with the family and said, hey, can you mind if we put a little plot for a garden? So we are new to gardening. As you know, if you've been following us for a while, we've been traveling in an RV full-time for 10 years, so you don't really have a place you can plant a garden. We've done little arrow gardens and little pots and plants. I tend to kill a lot of vegetables and fruit, and so I figured let's just share this journey with you guys. If you're interested at all, let me know down in the comments below if you have any tips for us. I'm sure we're doing everything wrong, but this is new for us, and I figured let's dive in and just get started. It's a learning experience, so if you're new to gardening, you can learn along with us, and if you're experienced at gardening, maybe you could help us out if we have any issues. So let me go ahead and bring you along and show you how we're going to do it. Okay, so we are doing, I guess, what's called the method of back to Eden gardening. So what we're doing is weed whacking down or mowing down to the best of our ability the grass that is existing. There is no existing garden here or anything like that. This has just been grass. And then we're going to lay down some cardboard. Now this shows only a little bit, but we did do it a little thicker than this. And then we purchased some compost because we don't have any compost or anything from the year prior. I wish we did, but we don't. And then we put some non-dyed organic wood chips or mulch on top of that. So it's kind of like the layered theory. So this is just a very small garden. We're just trying out. I didn't want to overwhelm us because I figured if we went big and huge like I typically do, then I would get overwhelmed and then wouldn't want to garden anymore. So I wanted to start out small. We decided just to do this small little patch and just grow a few things. And so we decided to use these Caroline red raspberries. We put this in. This should give us a harvest of raspberries this fall. And then next year we'll have 2 harvests from it. I really enjoyed this because all of us got to participate and plant something. And so I really enjoyed the fact that that could be part of the family. So we just pushed back the mulch, dug a little hole in the compost soil, and then broke up the roots and then just kind of buried that with the soil and put a little bit of the mulch back around. This is our sweet basil. So I'm excited to have some herbs. My mom has some other herbs in her garden, and so oftentimes she will share her produce with us. So we're trying to plant things that she doesn't plant so we don't have duplicates. This is our golden acre cabbage. This is supposed to be a smaller 6-inch head rather than the thicker 8-inch head cabbage. So we thought that would work really well in our garden. We only planted 3 of these, so I gave 3 to my sister so that she could plant those in her garden. And then we also did some little broccolinis. So I wanted to do broccoli, but many people had told me, and I had been watching some other videos, that broccoli you only get to harvest once, and broccolini you can harvest more than once. If you cut the center shoot, then the other 2 side shoots will continue to grow and give you more broccolini. So I thought that that was a better option for us so that we can kind of have more broccolini throughout the growing season rather than just 1 per plant. But I thought this was just a really fun experience for all of us to get our hands in the dirt and get to growing some of our own food. We also planted some seeds. We have some green beans, cilantro, and calendula. We actually got these calendula seeds from a farmhouse tea company. They sent it to us and said it was what started their business, and that kind of inspired the whole garden. I'm like, we should plant these. So we went ahead and planted those seeds as well. So for the seeds, we kind of pushed the mulch back, made little holes in the soil, put the seed in, and then as the seed grows, we can push the mulch back over after it starts to germinate and come through the soil. So here's a look at our whole small. So the sun comes from this side, so we decided to put the raspberry plant and the taller plants on the other side so they wouldn't shade these plants. These are our broccolinis. These are our 3 little cabbages. This row right here is the bush beans or the green beans, our basil. And then we have calendula just kind of planted all around the edge to hopefully help keep pests and predators down. These probably should have been planted prior, but this is the day we did it. And we plan on planting another row of green beans and then the cilantro seeds down next to the broccolini. Stay tuned. I'm going to give a couple updates at the end of this video. And as soon as we finish gardening, like a hour later, God decided to give us the rain to water the garden for the very first time, which I thought was kind of an awesome sign. So I just wanted to show you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us while we planted our garden. I'm really excited to get this started. Even if we only get 1 or 2 things out of it, I think it will be a fun experience for our family, and it will be great to be able to have some of our own food. I love trying to make things from scratch, and if we can grow the things that we're making from scratch, I think that will be even more amazing. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and thanks for stopping by Grains in Small Places. Goodbye. Okay, so we are 1 week from the original planting of the garden. It's actually supposed to get a little bit cold tonight, so I think that we might put some like upside down buckets or something on the garden, or at least on some of the plants, because I did read about basil that it liked warmer temperatures. So let me show you what our garden is looking like after a week. So this is the basil. And our cute little calendulas, not this one's a weed, but the cute little calendulas are coming up, which is so exciting. Another little calendula. And then the raspberry is looking pretty good. And then these are the green beans, which they have not come up yet. So we may put, oh, actually there might be one coming up right there. How exciting. So, and then our little cabbage, more calendulas, cabbage, and the broccolinis, and more calendula. No calendula in this hole. And then this is the holes where we planted the cilantro. I don't see anything for that. So we might try to cover up with the mulch some of those seeds to see if they weather well. I think it's supposed to get down to like 37 or 38 tonight. We planted a little bit early for our zone because we were excited. So we'll see how it goes. We'll show you what happens. Hopefully everything will be okay tonight. Other than that, it's the only cold night that I see in the future forecast for this area. So we'll see how it goes. And so stay tuned to the channel and we'll show you how it goes for us. I'm so excited to report that after the cold nights with those buckets over top, they did great. And our green beans are even starting to grow. We had covered those with mulch and then uncovered them the next day when it started to get warm, but very exciting. Alrighty, it is our 2-week update. Everything looks pretty good. We had a couple of the green beans, maybe or maybe not do well, we'll find out. Basil looking great. The calendulas are all coming up. And this is the cilantro finally coming up. So I'm really excited to have some of that and not have to buy it anymore. And the cabbage and the broccolini, everything is looking good. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see more updates of our garden to see how it goes, good or bad. And that way I know if you want to see more videos about this. Otherwise, the majority of my content is based on fresh milled flour, recipes, tips, tricks, reviews, and things like that. So I also have a blog where you can check out all of those recipes at grainsandsmallplaces.net.